A military general justifies the use of so-called paid patriotism. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jim Riek.
And I'm Collin Ruane. Thanks for joining us. Reports surfaced Wednesday that professional sports teams were being paid by the Department of Defense to honor troops. Today, a top general within the National Guard spoke on the issue for the first time. KOMU-TV's Alex Farkas joins us in the studio with new details. Missouri Attorney General Chris Koster is warning Missourians about scammers posing as debt collectors. The AG's Consumer Protection Hotline has received several reports of scammers claiming to be from collection agencies. Koster says fake debt collectors will likely seek payment on an unrecognized debt, refuse to give a mailing address or phone number, ask for personal or financial information, use threats, and even harass you about payments. A fire that destroyed a shed near Rocheport early this morning reignited around 9:30. The Boone County Fire Protection District responded to the initial fire around 2 this morning along Route O. No one was in the shed at the time, but the fire destroyed 2 vehicles inside. The flames reignited a few hours later, and the Fire Protection District sprayed the hot spots. 3 people have been arrested in Columbia for possession of drugs and guns. Jordan Smith, Danico Crowley, and Justin Myers, you see them right there, were arrested last night on Parkside Drive. Police say they found Smith inside a home. While taking Smith outside, he tried to run, according to them. Later, Crowley and Myers came out of the house. Police got a search warrant. There they found cocaine and guns. All 3 are in the Boone County Jail. It's one of the most dangerous jobs, complicated by the fact they are often dealing with people suffering from mental health issues. Today, law enforcement officers from across the state learned more about making their jobs safer for them and for you. KOMU-TV's Rose Schmidt talked to the officers about the complication of crisis management. National Transportation Safety Board officials are on their way to Arkansas to investigate a fatal bus crash. Arkansas State Police say 6 people were killed this morning and 6 others were injured in the crash. Those injured were transported to a hospital, treated, and released. Officers say the charter bus struck a concrete barrier, skidded along that barrier until it hit the overpass, and then rolled before coming to a stop. A former prison worker has been ordered to pay restitution for her part in helping 2 convicted murderers escape from prison. Joyce Mitchell appeared in a Plattsburgh, New York courtroom. Mitchell agreed to pay nearly $80,000 in restitution plus a 10% surcharge. She'll also serve 7 years behind bars. You might remember back in June, Mitchell helped 2 prisoners escape, which led to a 3-week-long manhunt, leaving one of the prisoners dead and the other recaptured. President Barack Obama announced today the Keystone Pipeline won't happen. The proposal would have built a more than 1,000-mile pipeline from Canada to refineries in Texas. Obama spoke about why the project doesn't make any sense to move forward. TransCanada first applied for Keystone permits in 2008.
Thanks.
Well, dinosaurs will be taking over the Missouri State Museum later today. Museum Director Tiffany Patterson invites people to join the museum as it takes a look through Missouri's past. She says the event is a team effort by multiple groups and museums throughout the state. She says it's a great way to see history in a different perspective. The prehistoric event will take place tonight at 6 until 9. More people are sick after the Chipotle E. coli outbreak.
Coming up.
Welcome back. In your health, your diet could be the reason for your acne. Scientists at Baylor College of Medicine say foods high on the glycemic index could cause pimples. Some of those foods include white rice and white bread. Studies show participants who were placed on a low glycemic diet for 3 months experienced fewer breakouts. Doctors also say you can prevent acne by using oil facial products. Detection rates for breast cancer can be increased up to 50% by combining ultrasound with mammograms. Researchers at a Japanese university studied more than 70,000 women in their 40s. Half were only offered mammograms and the other half also had ultrasound. The results showed a 50% rise in early detection for women who also had that ultrasound. Doctors say early detection is critically important in reducing deaths from the disease. There are now more people with E. coli after an outbreak linked to Chipotle restaurants in Washington State and Oregon. Health officials say 40 people have now been sick. More than 40 Chipotle restaurants remain closed. There have not been any deaths, but a dozen people have been treated in the hospital. The investigation into the source of that outbreak continues.
No.
Incognito.
Yep.
That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 6. Have a great night.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news app, and the weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.